guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, it is day 2 of Florence. So last week was day 1 and this week is day 2. The morning started off pretty gloomy. I would say that Florence, for the most part, for the weather, was pretty rainy. But it didn't put a damper on any of our plans. We still went about as we would have. We started off the morning going to Chez Cafe, which was close to our Airbnb. It was not very good. It seemed pretty touristy. My dad liked what he got, but I did not enjoy what I got. But it was okay because I wasn't very hungry anyway. Then we walked to the pickup location for the bus. We took the bus from Florence in the city to a little bit out of the city to the outlet mall. I think it's a pretty popular spot for people to go to if they go to Florence. It's basically like a lot of like designer, like luxury stores, and we just kind of shopped around. We didn't buy anything, but it was nice to look at all of the clothes and shoes and accessories that they had for cheaper prices. Obviously, it's cheaper anyway because we are in the country that produces them, but it's also cheaper because it's an outlet mall and because you get taxed back after you buy, if you like claim it at the airport. But we didn't end up buying anything. I think my dad regrets not buying this Prada like bomber jacket, but we did compensate by shopping around after, just in Florence, and buying a few things. After that, we obviously took the bus back into the city and we headed back to our Airbnb just to change. Our clothes and shoes were just wet from walking around. The rain wasn't bad in the morning, and then it kind of picked up and then settled off again by the time we went back out. After we went back out, it wasn't raining at all actually, so we decided to walk around and find something to eat for lunch. Our host, as well as everyone on the internet, recommended a sandwich spot called, I think it's Vecchio. They actually have a few locations in New York. I just have never gotten around to trying them. They're also really expensive in New York and like really cheap in Italy, so it was very popular. They have like literally 4 in a row right next to each other, and there was a line outside of every one of them. But it didn't take long at all. Probably took 15 minutes. I think I got the Dante, which had like a truffle cream on it, which was really good. If you like truffle, I would recommend, but if you don't like truffle and think it's too strong, then maybe not. Truffle isn't my favorite thing, but I wanted to try it because I hadn't had anything truffle while I was in Italy, and it was really good. So maybe I need to try truffle more. Since we didn't buy anything in the morning, I still wanted to hit a couple of stores and do some shopping. The thing I wanted the most before I left was a nice pair of sunglasses, like just a good quality pair that I would obviously take good care of and have forever, or a long time at least. And I've had my eye on the Miu Miu sunglasses for a long time. So we went into Miu Miu and I tried on a bunch of pairs, and I settled on a black pair of Miu Miu sunglasses. So I settled on these black oval sunglasses with the Miu Miu logo on the side in the gold hardware. I was really, really excited about them. I wore them like almost every day the trip afterwards. I've been so careful with them here because I don't want them to break or to be scratched or anything. So I've been very careful with them, but I was very excited about that purchase. After that, well, actually before that, we had gotten a ticket for a jewelry store that's very popular. It's called Marlou, and I feel like a lot of people go to it, but it was right around the corner from there, so we just got a ticket and then ended up walking around and doing some other things before our numbers came up. For the most part, my dad got a bunch of jewelry. I just got a couple bracelets, which I've been wearing, and a couple rings. So I got 2 bracelets and 2 rings. And I went back later when we were in Rome and got a chain for a pendant that I had bought as well. But we just got some jewelry for some people as well as ourselves. And I would really recommend, if you want like a good keepsake from Italy, is get jewelry or something that's good quality and that can remind you of the trip. I don't know if this was this day or the next day, but I don't think I filmed it at all. But we went into this fragrance store, and I don't remember what it's called. I will try to find it and put it in the caption. I really wanted a scent that I can have to remember the trip. I just got a little like mini travel scent that I can keep with me, and it just reminds me of the trip. And I also got a matching lotion to it as well. But that was something that I thought would be a good idea just to have like as a keepsake as well. After our long shopping day, we were tired, but we needed something to eat for dinner. So we headed back to our B&B to change again. And we went out to this restaurant that our host of the B&B recommended. Classic Italian restaurant. They didn't take reservations for parties of 2, so we just waited for like 20 minutes for a table, but it ended up being really worth it. I got eggplant parmesan, which was incredible. One of the best things I had the whole trip. It was just like warm and served in like a little like hot Dutch oven almost, and it was bubbly, and the tomato sauce was so fresh, the cheese as well, but it wasn't like too cheesy. It was incredible, like so good. Honestly, I still think about it and I want to try to recreate it, but I know I won't be able to. But it was amazing. My dad had a pasta, I'm not really sure what it was, but he also enjoyed it. But my eggplant parmesan was so good. We literally cleaned our plates, ate everything. After dinner, I really wanted to see the Duomo at night, so we walked over there and just kind of enjoyed the views of it. They were doing some reconstructing or touching up some of the areas of it, so they had a lot of it covered, but the parts that we could see was honestly incredible. At night, it just looks like a masterpiece, and it's honestly so shocking to see that they built this so many years ago, and learning about it in art history, it just amazes me that it is still in this pristine of condition this many years later. But yeah, it was honestly incredible at night. If you go to Florence, I'd recommend seeing it in both the daylight and the nightlight, because in both it's just insane. And then we were also craving some gelato like we were every other day. So after that, we found this spot called Grom, I believe. And we tried our best to find like a good gelato that wasn't super touristy. And this place was kind of hidden around the corner of the Duomo, which was like a little sketchy because like it's by a touristy spot. So I wasn't sure if it would be good, but there wasn't a line. And they didn't have that many flavors, but it also was a chain, which we found out later, but it was some of the best gelato we had as well. I had the vegan pistachio and raspberry. Pistachio and raspberry became the combination that we got at almost every spot. A perfect way to end off the night. we walked back to our B&B and we finished the night watching some of the end of the soccer game. They set off fireworks for like, I swear, half an hour. They were the longest fireworks ever, but it was so nice to just hear people in the streets cheering and walking by bars and hearing people like all support everything. Like, it's just such a big sport and has such a big group of people behind it, and I just love that because I feel like we have so many sports here, but in Europe, soccer or football is so popular. I just wish we all had that. Like, I wish we had like an American team that we did something like that, but we just like don't. Our day 2 in Florence ended very successfully. We had some great food. We did a lot of shopping. Even though the gloomy weather was kind of a bummer, we still had a great time, but I was looking forward to tomorrow, or the 3rd day in Florence, the most. It was probably my most highly anticipated day of the entire trip. You'll have to tune in next week to see all of it, but I'll just give you a little sneak peek. We went to all of the museums that I really wanted to go to, and I was super excited to see all of the art. It was definitely one of my favorite days of the trip by far. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy, and please tune in next week to see my 3rd and final day in Florence. Bye, guys.
Tem jacaré e capelinha.